Sheena, you also had a pretty rough nightmare, and it was about being chased through the woods by Spring-Heeled Jack, and then you fall down, and when you look up there are these two red eyes, and then you woke up. We see Luke Stiles, who is riding into town on their motorcycle, pursued by a small creature that is about the size of a pair of pants.
That thing is terrifying. Please, let me just stay here until it goes away.
Can I pick it up?
You just pick it up and its legs go limp and just dangle under it, and it just kind of like neeps. It's like, meep, meep.
Well, I can't shoot it now.
This is mine now.
You walk outside and you get on the motorcycle with Brana, who drives you over to the town motel, and they like look you dead in the eyes and goes, Luke, right? Here's the thing. This town is dangerous. If you hang around, I cannot guarantee your lifespan. Last time on Eden's Grove, Luke, you were chased into town by a creature that has henceforth been named Leggy. Leggy was picked up and taken by Sheena to her apartment and left there. You met a couple of people at the Red Wine Lounge. You've been introduced to the town and the concept that this town is full of monsters and monster hunters. You were warned by someone named Brana Doyle to stay out of things, but clearly I don't think that's gonna last very long.
Mm-mm.
You met Sheena and Finley, Carmilla, who was really nice, Hercules, really nice.
Everyone was really nice.
Yeah, everyone was really nice, and I think that's pretty much the extent of the last episode. So this is the next day, and you all said that you'd be meeting again at the Red Wine Lounge, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is it morning? Is it noon?
What time does Carmilla normally open the Red Wine Lounge?
Carmilla, doesn't really close the Red Wine Lounge, except for, like, a few hours around, like, the dawn or so.
I believe when we left off, it was around dawn. So if we wanted to get some sleep...
I have this written down, one moment. Okay, yeah, the Red Wine Lounge is open from noon till midnight.
Alright.
Sometimes later, because I believe it went later, depending...
Yeah, we were there until morning last time.
Yeah.
That's because we were fussing over that.
Carmilla doesn't really care about running a business.
Okay.
That's the end of that sentence. Carmilla does not care about running a business. Okay, so, you three...
Let's say it's around noon, so we had some sleep.
Yeah. You three are at the Red Wine Lounge. There's not a lot of people here because it's like technically just been opened. Carmilla basically unlocked the door and then like went back upstairs. She like was like, I got a marathon I want to watch, and like went back upstairs, and you have not seen her since. That's the scene. That's where we're at. I don't think anyone is here right now. Yeah, I don't think anyone is here right now. I think it's pretty much empty except for you three.
I feel we should go out and do something today.
Luke kind of taps the counter and then he goes, so you guys said monsters and I got like this really, really brief thing about it? What's going on? Like, y'all barely mentioned anything, like, you mentioned something about Spring-Heeled Jack?
May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
That's it? That's Luke says that, like, his hands kind of going up, like, that's all you gotta say? Like, yeah, Spring-Heeled Jack is the thing, even though he was from the freaking Victorian-era London. What?
I'm still trying to figure out myself. I came here looking for Fae, not for American folklore.
I found what I was looking for.
And what exactly were you looking for, miss?
A little sister.
I don't want to know what that means. Okay. Well, then, where do you guys go for, like, whatever it is you're doing? Dear God, I don't know what's going on.
Well, we could go talk to Henry.
I can go over some of the locations in Eden's Grove. We could go over some of the quests we have, active quests. I've put down in a lovely little tab for you.
Finley's like, to catch you up to speed, most of the people in this town are monster hunters. There is Henry, who wants us to document them, and there is Carmilla, who wants us to not document them.
Oh, alright,
We are getting money from both, so honestly,
To be clear, you are not. Carmilla is not paying you to not like murder things. She's paying you for your job as a bartender. You are not receiving payment for services rendered from Carmilla.
The time spent as a bartender is time spent not documenting things.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, you are being technically paid by Carmilla.
Alright, well then, lead on to whoever the hell Henry is. Luke just kind of gestures at the door. I'll follow y'all with the bike.
Or, if you don't feel like doing a more job type thing, we did leave a boy in the forest that we need to find.
What the hell?
You did leave a boy in the forest.
Isn't he like a 1,000,000-year-old boy?
But he's still a boy.
He did say he was older than all of you combined.
Which is saying something, because Sheena's pretty old.
Luke just is gripping his hair. What do you mean you left a boy in the woods? What the? How do you? Ah!
He seemed capable.
He had a sword.
He did have a sword.
He had a cool on fire sword, for the record.
Luke doesn't know this.
Keep in mind, this is not some 8-year-old. This is some 800-year-old boy that we left in the forest.
Who looks like an 8-year-old. And acts like an 8-year-old.
He looks like he's in his very early 20s, late teens.
That's not a boy.
No, you said he had a cherubic face, and I looked up what a cherubic face looks like, and it's basically a baby face.
Yeah.
You can have a baby face and be in your late teens, early 20s, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie.
That doesn't mean he looks like he's in his early 20s.
He has an exceptionally young-looking face and air about him, but you can tell that physically he looks like he's in his late teens, early 20s. He just has a very youngish face, very like round cheeks, kind of. You know, he's got a young vibe. He looks like a Cabbage Patch doll.
So we have two things we can do. We can either go to Henry and probably hunt down a monster or his brother. Or we can go hunt down a baby boy.
A baby boy?
We could do both.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Luke brings a gloved hand over his eyes with, like, fingerless leather glove, and he goes, you know what? Just, let's go to this Henry guy first. Like, you mentioned him first, let me just get on my bike. Dear God. He clasps his hands together before just walking out and starting to unchain his bike out front.
I guess we're going to Henry's.
So you guys are going to Henry's. Okay, so you arrive at Henry's office, and, you know, it's like, in a strip mall, he's refitted, like a small part of it into a private eye agency, sort of, situation, and he is inside, he is at his desk, you can see he is, like, filling out one of his binders, and he has, he's wearing a pink cardigan over a white polo, and he has some nice dress slacks on.
Looking sharp is Luke's, like, the words that come out of his mouth, because it's like, he has kind of no filter right now. He just saw Henry after taking off his helmet. He's just like, looking sharp.
What's the occasion?
golly, I need what was his voice? It was like, oh, it was just anxiety. It was just
Yeah.
anxiety, huh?
Yeah, it was just anxiety.
He was just anxiety. He's like, oh, no, sorry.
No, perfect. Amazing.
There's no occasion. There's no occasion. I just dress like this. And he seems very embarrassed.
Well, you're doing better than me. He runs his fingers through his hair. So you're Henry, and he kind of puts his hands together and does like a finger gun at like him, like you do when you pretend you're actually holding a gun with like two hands, kind of finger gun.
He like gives a weak, thin smile and goes like, yes, I'm Henry. Nice to meet you. I don't think we've had the pleasure. And extends his hand.
Luke shakes his hand and goes, I'm Luke Stiles. I literally just got here last night. So, and he gives another finger, like awkward finger gun with the hand that's not shaking Henry's.
He was chased into town by a Fresno nightcrawler.
Henry pulls Luke. He pulls you close. When you like extend your hand, he grabs it, pulls you close, and goes, "You should leave."
What the hell? Why is everyone so up about being in my personal space? Dear God.
After he whispers that to you, he lets you go, and he's like, but like seriously, what are you doing here?
We were going to go hunt down a monster, as we also go hunt down a 28-year-old boy. 28,000-year-old boy.
28,000. Who? Who's 28,000?
Raphael, the baby-faced one.
Raphael?
Yeah.
How is he like an immortal?
I'm just throwing out numbers.
Is he?
I think I said 1 million earlier.
Okay, but I don't follow.
He's an angel. Probably.
The church.
I'm pretty sure they're all angels.
The church is full of He goes back to his bookshelf and pulls out the church binder and starts flipping through it. He's like, by all accounts, that doesn't make sense.
Well, they are kind of named after angels from the Bible, and I mentioned the angel guarding the Guardian of Eden, and he said, don't compare me to him like he was real. So I think they're all angels.
Yeah, but no one would be that stupid. And he keeps flipping through the binder, and he's like,
Henry, look at this boy. This boy Luke right here. He's still here. I'd call that pretty stupid.
Hey! I'm curious. You're the one that piqued my interest in their freaking monsters. Like, what does that mean? And you left a boy in the woods? I didn't. That was a stupid move, leaving someone in the woods.
You ran away from a pair of pants.
Okay, it was literally suddenly 10 o'clock at night, and I see these two eyes looking at me, and all of a sudden this thing starts fucking running towards me. Yeah, I'm gonna run away from whatever the hell's chasing me.
Henry's just like, a Fresno nightcrawler?
Yep.
They're not exactly threatening. I don't like them. I don't like anything, but they're not exactly threats. You can just stab them and they die.
With what to stab them?
Do you not have a knife? Or do you not have any way to protect yourself?
I have a multi-tool in my bag, and he carries his bag with him everywhere, which has a bat sticking up, mind you, out of it. And he rummages through the side pocket and pulls out his multi-tool, and I go, I have this.
Finley just reaches over and pulls out the bat. Here you go.
What? Why would you take out my bat? That took a long time to really fix that in there.
We should stop by the hardware store, get some nails for this thing.
It's a metal bat. How are you gonna get nails in this? It's a metal bat.
Duct tape.
No.
You see, Henry debating something mentally. He has his hands, like, like his lips are pursed, his eyes are narrowed behind his glasses, and like his hands are just like clenched together as he's like doing the mental math, and then he shakes his head. He's like, "No, I, I don't have any weapons I can give you because I need them to protect myself. But you should buy something. It's dangerous here."
Why not just, you know,
Luke, let me tell you something. Finley has literally died here.
what the?
That is true.
Why do you say then?
That's a good question.
Because we have been called here, I think. As far as I can tell.
Do you have a gun?
Why would I have a gun? Please explain to me why I would choose to have a gun.
I have a gun.
Not everyone's you.
Sheena, do you have a gun?
I have a sword.
Sheena does not need a gun.
I don't need a gun.
Okay.
Why do you have a sword? And Luke just runs his hands through his hair and he's like, what kind of crazy people are all y'all? What the hell?
Henry is like, you're all making me very nervous. I was on my way out, actually. So, I'm going to close the door and lock it, and I would very much like you all to be on the other side. I have an errand I need to run, and, it would be very beneficial for you if you had weapons or a plan you could enact, some sort of anything.
Well, that's why we came to you. We were wondering if you had anything you wanted us to look into. While we look for the boy.
Well, there's the woods are weird. They're still rearranging as far as I can tell. We found a lamp post that's just kind of woo, and he like kind of traces like an erratic shape in the air with a finger, and he says, "Don't know what that's about." There's the lake. There's the mountain and the lodges. I hear there's werewolves up there, and the church is apparently all full of angels. Ugh.
So basically anything.
What do you think would be of most concern? Have you noticed any? Have you seen any new faces? Any suspicious characters?
Just this guy here.
Well, there was that Branya?
Branya.
Branya. No, they were cool. Luke said. They were chill. They told me to get out. They gave me a ride. There's no need to leave them alone.
You also trusted Carmilla.
She was being nice. Why would I not trust her?
She's the kind of nice that you don't trust.
You're the kind of nice I probably shouldn't trust. You left a boy in the woods.
You say this in front of Henry, and Henry's like, "You did what?"
He had a sword, he said he was fine, and he told us to leave.
Why do we keep calling the 20-year-old a boy?
Oh, he's my age?
Henry starts to push you all out of his office. He's like, "Go to get the child in the woods. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe talk to Brana. Don't trust Carmilla. She's sketch. She threatens me by smiling a lot and asking me to come to her home. I don't much care for that."
Well, then you don't know how to act around a pretty lady. Simple as that.
You don't either.
Okay, yeah, but I will admit it. I don't know how to handle pretty people, but like you're saying she's threatening when she's smiling at you. She's not.
Finley just walks out and is like, "I want to check out the lamppost."
Every pretty lady that's smiling is a threat.
That's a weird. That's a weird.
That is very important to know, and you're going to need that in your future.
No, that's not true. Okay, but
Is
whatever.
that a motivational poster?
And Luke just kind of, he goes, "You know what?
Okay, so you want to go. I heard lamppost. So you all are pushed out of the office. Henry goes one way. Before he does, he tells you where the lamppost is. and it is in the downtown area, kind of towards the outskirts. And then he heads off to do his errand.
You know what? Luke kind of claps his hands together once more. He goes, I kind of want to explore the town. Like, it's a nice town. It's during the day. Y'all said it was bad to go around at night. Well, it's the middle of the day. We can walk around, see the whole town.
And the lamppost is in the town.
Yeah.
I suppose our forest boy will have to wait another day.
How many days has it been?
It's been a bit. It's been like a week, at the least.
And he still hasn't come back.
No one has seen... You haven't gone back to the church to ask if they've seen him again. You guys certainly haven't. So as far as you know, Raphael is in the woods, and you have not returned to the church to follow up on that date you promised Seraphil, and you have not seen Raphael lately.
We can't go to the church.
Yeah, okay. So
Can't go back.
You collectively agree to leave Raphael in the woods and to go check out a cool lamppost you saw.
Now, Luke wants to go around and check the whole town now, and the forest is part of the town.
Let's check out the Denny's.
Let's go to the Denny's.
You guys want to go to the Denny's?
I mean, I was told it was crappy. Why not check out something cool in the town? Like,
Because the Denny's is a cryptid.
what?
We think. Probably.
Okay, get back to me that you're 100% sure, and yeah, we'll check it out. I want to check out the town.
We are listing things that are in the town.
You're listing things that you guys are saying. Like, yeah, I get that
A
there's forest.
decision should be... A decision should be made.
You know what? And Luke just goes towards his motorcycle, puts on his helmet. Y'all can follow me if you want. I'm gonna go check this place out. He puts down his visor, and he goes towards the paths throughout the town. He's just ready to. He wants to see things. They're too
Where is
slow.
he going?
You're just driving around town by yourself, Luke?
Yep.
Cool!
Alright, Finley's gonna follow in the truck.
Okay, I'm checking out the lamppost then.
This is a... Oh, Lord. This is a neat thing we haven't got to do. Okay, so... The roads in Eden's Grove are... Eden's Grove has a special move related to being on the roads for an extended amount of time. Luke, I would like you to roll plus, roll plus the monsters you've killed, which I guess is 0, unless we're gonna do a team count, and then it'll be 1.
No, it's just Luke, because Luke is the one leading us.
Yeah.
Also, can we say Sheena is in the car so we don't just split the party?
I was going to the lamppost. You're following him.
Yeah, that's splitting the party.
Yeah.
And it
Because-
sounds like we're about to have an encounter.
Maybe not. Like, things
don't
are maybe
know.
cool. It's just
Okay,
it's just going through the roads,
So
it's
Sheena
just roads.
is walking across town
Towards
to
the
the
lamp.
outskirts of this town.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll just both the 2d6. Yep, both of
Yeah,
them.
and you don't get to add anything to it.
Yeah. I got a 10!
Oh no. Oh no.
Why are you saying, oh no, because I did good? What's
Yeah,
going on?
no, this is one where it's bad to get high numbers.
Yay! Finally something I don't do good at!
Okay, one moment. I need to... Now, a cool thing I get to do is I need to roll a dice.
The GM rolling dice?
This is a homebrew thing. I need to either roll a dice or flip a coin.
Oh, I see.
Nah.
Odd. Okay. Alright, so Luke, as you were driving through town, you, funnily enough, see Brana,
Okay.
who is, like, on the side of the road. They have parked a, black car on the side, and they are, like, a few feet away from it, and they are talking to a person, and then they just stop, turn around, and stare at you, and their eyes narrow.
Luke just kind of like keeps driving, but he gives a small wave real quick with a hand before putting it back on the handles. Like,
Brana, does the come here gesture
Luke doesn't
and starts
like
walking
this.
towards you.
I'm gonna gun it. Luke does not like people coming towards him. He just revs the bike and just guns it forward.
Okay. Brana gets in their car and they follow you.
Okay, so the lineup is Luke, Brana, and then Finley in their truck.
Yes. Tell you what,
He's just taking a stroll.
let's we will resolve this in a moment because I think some stuff is gonna be wild. Let's cut to Sheena. Sheena, you found the weird lamppost.
Cool.
It's wackio. The descriptions have not done it justice. It looks crooked and bent entirely out of shape, like the entire lamppost is just warped and distorted. And the light is on and it's just constantly flickering.
Huh.
And if you would like to know more, that sounds like an investigate roll or
Yeah.
roll of some
I
form
want to
to
just
learn things.
Can I use magic on this to figure stuff out?
Let's look at the use magic roll real quick.
Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you can use magic, yeah.
Yeah, because we said that my spider senses would be under use magic.
Mm-hmm. You are using your spider senses to investigate closer.
Yeah.
Okay, so this doesn't require any ingredients besides your spider bits, I'll say.
What am I adding?
You're weird?
That's still a 6.
Okay, cool, because there are two things that come up, Sheena. Is one, you don't really notice anything about the lamppost. It's bent and weird, and the metal, it's a bent and weird lamppost. But what you do notice is all the people around you, and the acute, let's say, lack of a chaperone. And you're feeling awfully hungry. And there's no one here. You could just do it.
I forgot about that.
There's a man in the park, a little bit over there. He's sitting down, he's eating a sandwich. You could just reach out and take him.
I need to roll for that.
Yeah, you super do. And you're gonna yeah, this is a fail, so I'm trying to think of if there's another. You failed to roll, so
Do I
I
have
need
to roll twice, and the lowest one I have to use?
I think I'm just gonna give you a -1.
Okay. Hey, guess what? He's dead.
What'd you roll, friend?
I got a 6.
You got a 6, and that's with the -1 or without?
With the -6.
Okay, no, you don't get to just say he's dead. You have to go eat that man. But what I'm saying is you now have to go eat that man. You have the Kill Bill sirens are on, your stomach is growling. He's a portly middle-aged he's just a portly middle-aged dude who's balding, and he could do a thing to you. And with that, we are gonna just let Sheena kind of devise how she's gonna get lunch, and we're gonna cut back to Luke. Luke, you are still being followed by Brana, who is honking at you. Finley, are you still following?
Yep.
Okay.
Finley's getting to the point of tailgating Brana, just because Finley has a much more larger truck, and they feel like that could be intimidating.
Oh yeah, they know you're there.
Luke's gonna start looking around to see if there's any small alleyways so he can get away. He does not like this.
That sounds like a roll, friend.
All right.
You're looking for that is not an investigative mystery. We'll call this an act under pressure for now.
So what do I roll?
Trying to think
that?
under pressure.
No, we'll call this a read a bad situation. Yeah.
What do I roll plus?
Read a bad situation is roll plus sharp.
Okay. I got a 6. Yay!
Cool.
Yeah, I get to mark experience.
So, mark experience, please. And, you do, tell you what, you do see, like, a narrow alleyway area, and you like, pull your, motorcycle into it. And what you also notice is that it's a dead end. And Brana stops their car in front of the alleyway and gets out and walks into the alleyway with you, and they put their hands on their hips and they glare at you.
Luke flips open the visor, helmet still in his head, and he goes, "Hey, Brana!" He just the finger guns, like 2 finger guns at them.
Brana's like, Luke Styles, I cannot say I've met anyone as stupid as you are.
Hey, what? Everyone keeps calling me stupid.
I told you this place is dangerous, and I could not guarantee your safety if you stay here. And what do I see but the very next day, no less, but you palling around town, completely oblivious. Tell me, Luke, do you have a death wish?
No.
Finley's behind Brana in the alley and is just like, do you?
Brana doesn't turn around but laughs and goes, "You also, Finley. You should have warned him. You should have warned him. You should have told him to leave. I give good advice, and it doesn't appear that you or any of Carmilla's lot are willing to listen." And Brana turns around and glares at you, Finley, and goes, "Really, you're all going to die, and it doesn't seem like any of you have the slightest bit of intention of trying to avoid it."
I'm here for my own reasons.
I'm sure. We all have our own reasons for being here.
So then why bother to leave?
Because it's safer. Because if you leave now, and if you leave quickly, and God willing you don't look back, you might just live.
And Luke just kind of goes, "I was just checking out the town. It's the middle of the day, and
Daylight does not mean it is not dangerous."
Okay, we're in the middle of freaking Idaho. Like, what's out here besides, like, potato farms? Like, honestly.
You are in the middle of a war zone.
That makes no sense. We're in a town just...
Look, Brana, I can't force Luke to do anything.
You're damn right.
But I can definitely follow him around in my pickup, just in case he needs backup. But I myself am not leaving this town until I figure out what brought me here.
Brana sighs, and you can tell that they are angry and that they are frustrated, and they shrug and go, "It's on your heads." And Brana walks out of the alleyway, gets into the car, looks at you two, and goes, "I will not be held responsible."
You absolutely won't be.
And then Brana drives off.
And Luke kind of puts his own hands on his hips and he goes, "By the way, you don't need to follow me. Like, I don't know you. I'm here and I'm probably, I don't even know if I'm staying. I just want to check the town out. I don't know. You should have gone with your friend, lady. I don't know what you're..."
I would just like it to be clear that there are going to be consequences for that scene and those roles. If this was the Sprawl, I would say I'm updating a clock.
Oh no.
Finley steps up to Luke and is like, "While I am not intending on leaving the town, Brana was correct about it being dangerous. I personally don't care about my own safety, and I do care about the safety of others."
Well, sucks to be you, because you can't tell me what to do. And Luke just...
I already said I can't tell you what to do, but you can't stop me from following you.
I'm sorry, but that big pickup truck can't go where my motorcycle can, so I don't know about that. And he just flips his visor down, basically. That's his way of signaling a conversation's over. He flips it back down and gets on his bike. turns it
Wait.
around.
Finley's gonna use their tough to prevent Luke from getting on his bike.
Whoa! Okay, I don't know if you get to pick a stat in this, but oh my god. Okay, so
Finley, you're like a foot shorter than
Yeah,
Luke.
Luke is 6 feet tall.
What is Luke's tough? I want to know. What is Luke's tough?
He has a +0 tough, but he has a +2 charm.
I have a +2 tough. I can
Yeah,
wrestle you to the ground.
Luke, I want you to roll act under pressure, and
that's plus my cool, right? Yeah.
Finley, you are going to roll help out, but instead of a +1, we're gonna say you're giving a -1.
Oh, it's a 7 + 1, so I still got a 7 to 9.
Okay.
Wait, what is the help out?
Roll plus your cool, Finley.
Oh, I see. Wait, I was gonna use my tough.
Yeah, you don't get to pick stats, you just pick moves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you wanted to, kick his ass, yeah, tough, go for it, thug.
Sure, yeah. This is meant to be a show of you can't stop me rather than a actual, like, oh, I'm gonna keep you from going anywhere.
For sure.
I got a 7. Well, then I would keep an 8. It's the same thing, though.
I rolled double ones.
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what they rolled.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Okay. Mix six. So yeah, Finley, you can't really you don't stop Luke from getting on their motorcycle, but you are still in front of. You're still.
It's like a feeble, like, grabs the arm and Luke just rips his arm out and just keeps going.
Yeah. You are still at the mouth of the alleyway though, and Luke's motorcycle is still at the back, so you're still obstructing exit. Except now Luke is on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Luke's debating what to do, because
Finley just shrugs and backs up.
that's what I thought. And he revs it up. He starts up his bike again, and he starts going slower to make sure that he's not gonna hit Finley, because, like, he wants to leave, like, out of the alleyway, but he also doesn't want to, like, kill Finley.
Okay, so let's cut over to Sheena.
Hi.
Have you developed a sort of Yogi Bear-esque scenario
I've never seen Yogi Bear.
where like what's the cat in Looney Tunes, the one that's always trying to get Tweety Bird?
Oh, Sylvester.
Oh, Sylvester.
Sylvester, have you developed a Sylvester-esque plan of getting and consuming the Tweety Bird, except in this case, the Tweety Bird is a portly gentleman in his late 40s.
Yes. I do want there to be no evidence, and he is kind of just sitting out there in the open on a bench.
It is noon.
Yeah. So, we are on the outskirts of town, right?
Yeah, you're at a park. You're at a park though. That's like near the forest.
Okay. So,
There's like other people at this park.
yeah. I want to talk to him and just say, like,
Okay.
well, we could just, like, do it.
Yeah. So you walk up and you sit down at this bench with him?
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
Sheena's just using her weird to look as sexy as she can. But also in a casual way, you know? So she's like, it's a lovely day. It's kind of lonely, though, just walking out alone. Would you want to walk with me? I'd like someone to talk to.
I don't know. I have to get back. This is sort of a daily ritual. I come out here. I don't live too far from here, so I come out to the park and I have my lunch while it's nice out. If you're looking for company, you can maybe ask someone else, but I'm just gonna wrap up my lunch and then head on home.
Well, it's just everyone is already having a date with someone. I don't know, look around. Everyone's already together with someone, having fun, and I figured, hey, we're both loners. Why don't we be loners together? Just go for a quick little walk around the park and you can leave. I don't know. I just felt lonely today.
I think that's gonna be. That's gotta be a manipulate someone.
Sweet.
And you get to roll plus weird.
Yeah. I've got a cool thing that lets me use weird instead of charm.
Utilizing a power. Fun.
I got an 11.
Okay. Well, he smiles and takes a bite out of his sandwich, and he's like, well, you know, they say town is getting a little bit more dangerous these days, and I have no explanation for what happened there. And he gestures at the lamppost, and he's like, it wouldn't do for me to leave a lovely lady like yourself alone. So I can walk with you for a bit. And he gets up, and yeah, you walk him out a little bit into town, and you eat this man. Yeah, you do it, Thug. You eat this dude.
So I just walk with him to a further part of the park and just pull him behind a tree.
Yeah, and that's the scene. We don't see anything past you just suddenly yanking this man behind a tree, and then that's it. And we cut back to Luke and Finley. Luke, what are you doing?
Once I'm out of the alleyway, I want to keep exploring the city. I don't the town. He doesn't know what's going on. He just wants to.
Okay.
Finley's gonna keep following.
Is there a particular landmark you want to end up near? I can go back over stuff in the town.
Go over stuff in the town yet.
We have Henry's office. We have the Red Wine Lounge. We have Angelic Choir Communion. We have the Denny's, which is followed by 4 question marks. We have the woods. And then there is the road leading out of town through the woods and up to the lodges up near the mountain. And just past the mountain is the lake.
I want to end up by the lake. He's going up past the lodges. He wants to try his best to just.
Okay.
Is this the same lake that we murdered Spring Hill Jack, or?
You have not been to the lake yet. You are near a river in the woods.
Stream
yeah,
or river.
Stream.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time we visited the lake.
So Luke's gonna have to make a roll for entering the woods.
Yeah, no, both, that would be, yeah, Luke is gonna have to lead it, huh?
Wait,
Luke,
since I rolled a 2, does that count as an experience, or did nothing happen from that?
Yeah, you got experience for that.
I got a 7 plus anything. Do I do plus sharp or anything?
It's plus your sharp.
Then an 8.
Okay. So, on a 7 to 9, choose one of the options from below. Something is following you. You are lost and your map, phone, and GPS don't seem to be working. Or, you stumble across something abominable.
Obviously, I'm gonna pick the last one.
You stumble across something abominable. Okay, so Luke and Finley, you have a pleasant drive through the woods, and then you reach the lake, and it's not a very big lake, but it's still, it's beautiful and pristine. You have the mountain overhead, and you can see the lodge community in the distance. There isn't really a lot of people nearby the lake right now. You kind of pull up. It's got a bit of a parking lot situated, and you can see there's some hiking trails around it. And, oh boy, one moment, friend. Let me look at the things in the lake. Oh, Lord. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it would be him. Okay. You said abominable. I can't half-ass this.
And Sheena isn't with us.
No, Sheena's not. Sheena's eating a man.
Feel free to give me a call.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that since we didn't choose the phones aren't working, that when Luke goes into the forest, Finley's immediately like, okay, I can't leave Luke, but text Sheena.
Okay, so...
It's up to Sheena whether or not she notices while she's trying to eat the man.
A lot of people check their phone while they're eating.
Instagramming my dinner.
Oh, gosh.
Luke, you walk over to the lake, and it's absolutely beautiful, and you don't know what draws you to it, but just something about the lake is just really beautiful and blue, and then kind of green, and then you see something rising out of the lake and coming towards you, and it keeps kind of rising up and rising, and you see this massive man. He is kind of lightly green skin. You can see his fingers end in long pointed nails, and he has webbing between his fingers. He has these bright cat-like luminescent yellow eyes and these stringy seaweed-like dark green hair that just kind of dangles down in front of his face and down his back. And he's jacked.
What kind of shape of water bullshit did you just pull out of your ass?
So he's so muscular, and he smiles, and his mouth is full of these yellow jagged fangs. And as he starts coming out of the water, he kind of starts picking up speed.
Luke's gonna start heading back towards the parking lot.
Yeah, that's going to be an act under pressure, because you are now being pursued by this monster who is, about 13 feet tall.
Holy shit!
Abscond.
That is, so that is an 8.
Plus you're cool?
Yeah, that's the 8.
Okay.
So, could I use panic button?
Oh, no, yeah, forget that. Roll panic button when you try to escape to say the route you'll take and roll plus sharp. Fantastic.
Alright, so it's still a +1, so I still have an 8, but I'm gonna say he's gonna, instead of going right up the trail because he doesn't know what the heck this thing is, he's gonna try to weave through the trees because this thing's 13 feet tall. It's probably gonna hit its head on the trees.
You can go, but it will cost you something. Something is left behind, or worse, something comes with you.
Leave behind the bike?
I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not leaving.
I'm not.
Behind.
Look, I can't kill the fan favorite motorcycle in the second, in the fourth episode. Something comes with you, and so Finley, you just kind of watch in horror as this large green kind of amphibious man with pointed ears chases Finley into the woods, and he just starts to laugh, and as he's just pushing trees over out of his way.
Oh God!
As he starts chasing.
Can Finley fire their shotgun at him?
You super can.
Oh, it's not a shotgun, it's a hunting rifle.
Yeah, go for it, Dub.
Alright, that's kick some ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Alright. I got it's 8.
8. So, okay, on this 7 or more, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. The amount of harm is based on established dangers. You choose 7 harm. Yeah, okay. So you take aim with your hunting rifle. You fire. The bullet hits the large green man, and ricochets off and embeds itself in a tree.
It does 2 harm. Is
Mm-hmm.
that's his armor? Okay.
It just bounces right on off. And he's just like laughing and pushing over trees as he's just like kind of slow jogging at Luke.
It is loud. It didn't distract him or anything?
Yeah, no, he felt it. He just kind of laughed more, and he's still pursuing Luke.
I just didn't know if the tag was anything important.
Yeah.
What is it with monsters slow jogging at Luke?
Alright, Finley's gonna run after Luke, because Finley has a bonus to protecting people, so.
Cool. Yeah, go for it. You're gonna have to, like, make a roll of some kind to catch up to Luke, or Luke is going to have to double back and meet up with you, Finley.
Luke's not doubling back, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I guess just, I don't know, would that be act under pressure? Just try to catch up?
Yeah, sure, because you have to dodge through the trees, and you have to also dodge this semi-aquatic boy.
Alright. I got that's a 3, a 6, and a act under pressure is what?
An act under pressure is plus you're cool.
Alright, so it's just a 9.
Okay. So yeah, you catch up, you are just about to catch up to Luke, and you see Luke ahead of you, who is just running through the trees and zigging and zagging, which is kind of adorable because this monster's just making a straight path, and so Luke is only really slowing themselves down. And then a tree falls over in front of you, and you see it has been thrown there by this large semi-aquatic boy who frowns at you and, like, places his hands on his hips, and you see he just has this ratty loincloth that but it's like a long loincloth that kind of goes all the way down to his ankles. But, like, that's the only piece of clothing on him, and he, like, frowns at you and narrows his eyes, and he's like, I call dibs. That one's mine. You gotta go get your own.
No. What?
Look, I am a patient person, but, you know, I am hungry, and I get it. We all need to eat. But, that one's I'm going to eat. You have to eat something else.
Well, what if I tell you that there's another more tastier boy? You could say he's less sinewy. He's in the forest.
Grendel frowns and kind of looks over where he sees Luke still dying between trees. And Grendel's like, and I'll eat him too. Get out of my way.
I call double dibs.
Okay.
Apparently his name is Grendel.
Yeah, I'm so
Crap.
happy. You
Damn
said his name.
I need... Sorry. Things are named things. Yeah, no, whatever, it's fine. Grendel reaches over and pulls a tree out of the ground and tosses it, and it lands perfectly in front of Luke. And kind of stops your progress.
Shit.
And Grendel just goes, fine, I'll eat both of you right now, let's go. And kind of gets into a wrestling stance.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How long would it take Sheena to get here?
You guys are on opposite sides of town. They're not even in town. They
Finley
went
has
through the
already
woods.
sent the text.
Yeah.
So
we can say that Sheena is on their way.
Okay.
did Cheetah finish eating him?
Yeah.
No, that guy's gone.
Alright. The town is down 1 population.
Mark +1 satisfied and Mark -1 populous.
Now, is this the oh, what's his name? I might have read up on this guy. Or maybe I didn't.
Well, you know, research, like, investigate a mystery. You can read a bad situation, you can do all sorts of things. But my
Sure.
ultimatum, right now, I am pulling a hard move and saying you are in combat with this creature.
I have made so many moves.
Luke, would you like to do something, or are you going to just kind of, you know...
I kind of wanna... Luke's gonna look around at the tree to see if there's any, like if there's a hole or something, like, he could, like, or, like, branches he could use to pull himself over it.
Nope.
There's not...
There's, like, some branches, but they're, like, higher up. They're out of your range.
If this is, like, a pine tree, it's pretty much a cone of branches. You can't push through that once it's on the ground.
Yeah.
I've seen some of those while I'm hiking. You just can't get through those.
It's basically a bush.
Yeah.
It's a bush on a log.
It's a bush that's like 6 feet tall.
You don't think that Luke's being chased by a 13-foot tall man. He would totally be willing
I
to
have
through.
tried to climb through them before. You can't.
You can kind of hug it and pray.
You can try and push into it, but you're gonna reach the trunk and you're gonna kind of get stuck there.
Look, prayer is always an option. Apparently there's a boy in these woods. He might come to your aid.
Luke is not a religious person at all.
Oh, that'll help out for sure.
I'm trying to think. I want Luke's gonna look to see if there's a way, like, because Finley's talking to this giant semi-aquatic giant.
Yeah, giant semi-aquatic boy.
Hey Riley, I want to make a guess. Is this the green-clawed beast from Evansville?
No. No.
No, I know who it.
I said who this is.
Yeah,
I've never heard the name. That's why I'm like,
Beowulf.
Y'all read Beowulf?
yeah, no.
Well, it's cool. It'll be a fun mystery that you can play along with Finley to try and uncover this boy's identity.
Yeah, can I roll that investigation?
Yeah, investigate a mystery.
We'll say maybe we read Beowulf and we're just trying to figure out if we remember it or not.
Can I do a roll for, like, read a bad situation? I'm trying to get out of here, man.
Yeah, you both can absolutely do your things. Investigate a mystery is sharp, and read a bad situation is also sharp. So make your rolls.
I got a 12.
I got a 13.
Okay. So you both hold 2, and you get to spend those 2 points to ask questions at any time, and you gain +1 while acting on the answers.
Who wants to go first?
You do, because I'm trying to find where the whole thing is. Can't find the document.
All right. What can hurt it?
Something about this guy just kind of strikes you as familiar, and you remember seeing a drawing of him in school, in high school year, when you had to read the book Beowulf, and there was a drawing of this like monster that the hero killed in a fist fight. Well, sort of. He pulled the arm off, and the monster kind of died of blood loss. But what you happen to know...
Oh, it's Grendel.
Grendel.
Sorry,
yeah.
I had misheard you, and I had no idea. But now that I'm like Beowulf and Grendel, I had to look it up.
Yeah, Grendel. And what you happen to know from that question is that Grendel and Grendel's mother cannot be harmed by any weapons made by a human.
Yeah, it's like some fancy sword or something. Or axe, was it?
Yeah, it was a sword. They cannot be harmed by weapons created by humans.
Weren't they also underwater?
Yeah, they were.
That's why he's
That
semi-aquatic.
explains the lake. Finley's just like, that explains the lake. All right. And my second question is, what can it do?
From what you remember of reading Beowulf, Grendel's just like a super strong monster that is like, known for its physical prowess, but also it like lived at the bottom of a lake, so it can breathe underwater somehow.
All right. Oh, we need the angel boy. He has a sword that's not made by...
This is true. How cool would it be if Raphael were here right now?
Sheena's on her way, running through the forest.
Cut to Sheena running through town, through the forest, and then up to a lake, though. You're making progress, but like...
But like, maybe I'll find him on my way there?
Okay, let's go to Luke's read a bad situation.
Okay.
You get to ask 2 questions.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to find where it is in here.
Oh, what's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any other dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? And what's the best way I can protect the victims?
I would say one is, what's my best way out?
Okay. You know that this is an open forest, and all you really need is to, gain distance. You don't imagine this guy is particularly bright by the fact that he stopped his death chase to have a conversation with a human. So you imagine if you can just get him distracted enough, one of you can escape.
And then...
Best way to protect the victim being you?
Yeah, what's the best way to protect the victims? The victims being myself.
Don't get into close combat with this guy.
Alright.
And remember, you all gain +1 when acting on the answers. Okay. Sheena, can you roll an act under pressure for me just to see how quickly you're, making your way here?
Mm-hmm. That is plus... Cool? Yeah. That's a 7.
Okay, so you are not here yet.
Did I find the boy?
No! I'm saying you have, Eden's Grove is a town. You have left town, you are beginning to make your way through the woods.
Maybe he was at the grocery store.
Oof, you know what, Sheena, can you roll the moving through the woods roll real quick. Roll plus sharp.
Alright, yeah.
5.
Okay. Something's following you, you are lost, your map, phone, and GPS are not working, and you stumble across something abominable. Cool, okay. Sheena, we will cut back to you in a bit.
Okay.
Meanwhile, in the Octagon, World Wrestling Federation, Grendel is in a wrestling stance, and he's kind of slowly making his way towards Finley, who is closest to him.
Alright.
He's got his dukes up.
Well, crap, I don't know. Finley doesn't have anything that does more than, doesn't have anything that's not made by a human. Unless you count their fae hunting materials that they have.
Those were made by a human somewhere.
Yeah.
They were made to harm fae, but,
Yeah.
The longer you hesitate, I get to make a move.
I know.
I get to do stuff.
Finley's gonna, step at least parallel to both Luke and the monster. So it's not so much of, a triangle of them.
Okay. Grendel dives at you. Mouth open, arms outstretched, kind of like a shark, or like a little brother that's very excited to see you. Just kind of comes at you. I would like you very much to roll act under pressure.
All right. I rolled a 2. What is up with these 2s? Can I
Cool.
change my dice?
Grendel, lands, rolls, is right in front of you, and just backhands you with his arm, and you go flying, and you hit a tree, and you just kind of crumple to the ground, and I'm going to need you to take 3 harm.
All right. Don't worry, I can't die. I've got berserk.
Luke's just gonna start running, because that was the distraction he needed. He's just gonna book it.
Grendel roars, "No you don't! You're my lunch!" and bolts at you, and so I'm going to need you to roll act under pressure.
I got an 11 plus cool, so 12.
Cool. He's not as fast as he thinks he is, and after that whole dive, roll, slam thing, he kind of was not in a great position to start running, and you were already at a distance, so you just kind of whelp, and you Looney Tunes your way out of there, leaving a Luke-shaped cloud of dust behind.
Am I stunned, or am I just...
Yeah, you're good. You're not stunned.
Okay. Finley
You just
would
were
like to
knocked back.
attempt to hop on his back and choke him, Princess Bride style.
Okay, cool. That's a kick some ass.
What is that? Okay, can I change my dice? I think this one is weighted wrong.
No, you can change your dice after the consequences of this roll. What did you get?
I got a 5.
Okay.
But I do think this dice is weighted wrong. It's a weird dice I pick up at a garage sale.
Okay, so you can stop using that dice, but you're gonna get consequences for this. Jump.
I'll accept that.
Yeah, you jump at Grendel, and Grendel just turns and catches you in midair. And Grendel holds you and narrows your eyes and goes I guess I can eat this one. But, And he, pouts.
Don't eat me, I'm a changeling.
He is okay. Those taste just as good.
You eat wood?
Yeah, I live at the bottom of a lake. I don't need to tell my life to you. And he starts to walk through the woods back to the lake, holding you in his large, meaty hand, and you're going to take 1 more harm.
Okay.
Do I see this?
I don't think you get to. You fled the scene.
Yeah.
Sheena.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord, what's in the woods?
I have a question. So
Yeah.
Sheena is no longer human. Therefore, pincers of a non-human creature.
Yeah, those would super work. Yeah, spider legs and
I
bites.
was thinking of Sheena's fangs.
That's what I meant by pincers.
Those are not weapons made by a human. They would totally count. However,
Can Finley reach their phone?
Finley can reach the phone if Finley has their phone on them as they're fleeing into the woods.
Finley always has their phone on them.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, I was thinking Luke. Yeah, Finley, you are being held by the scruff of your neck.
Finley is gonna shorthand text Sheena. Lake monster Beowulf needs non-human weapon.
It's so funny that you send that because, Sheena, you don't get a text because your phone isn't working right now.
Damn it.
And you are in the woods,
Finley tried.
and You recently had a nightmare where you saw two red eyes. You see those eyes in front of you. And coming out of the woods is a large black fuzzy figure, and it has large moth wings kind of stretching out behind it, and it just has these big circular red eyes, and you can see your reflection in them.
You don't even need to describe. We know who it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the Mothman fan. Like, you know, it's our fan favorite. I'm just gonna kind of like make a rough initiative. Sheena, Finley, Luke, and then yeah. Okay, great. This is. I did not think I would kill you all this episode. You see the moth boy, and he's right there, and he's coming at you like Cleopatra. He's got sharp fingers, which are cool.
So it's a bad moth boy?
You don't know. He's just coming at you. I mean, to be clear, the move did say you run into something abominable.
That's true. Well, abominable could just mean that they don't look nice.
You know, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well, I'm in a hurry, so I'm just gonna dodge.
Okay, act under pressure to try and get out of here.
Ooh, okay. That's 2.
Cool, mark experience.
And I leveled up.
Yay! So you're feeling a little sluggish because you just had a big meal.
Yeah, I'm very full.
And you start to run. Are you using your spider legs?
I wasn't, and I just failed a roll, so probably not.
Okay. And, Mothman leaps up into the air, gives one single bat of his wings, and lands on top of you, pins you to the ground, and his feet sink into you, and you take, 3 harm. Do you have any armor?
No.
Okay, so just take the 3 harm, yeah. So, Finley, you've taken 4 right now?
4 minus 2, because my armor.
Okay. Dope. So Finley is at 2 or 3?
I have taken 2 harm.
Okay. And, Sheena's at 3, and Luke is running away. Alright,
Riley, I just have a question, because I'm trying to remember.
Sure.
Didn't Beowulf had, did he tear off his hand or something?
Yeah, he got into a hand fight with Grendel and ripped off Grendel's arm, and Grendel died of blood loss.
Alright.
Hand-to-hand combat is a thing. Because arms are not made by human. I guess arms are technically made by human, but they're not weapons made by humans. Yeah.
So is he still missing an arm right now?
No, he has both his arms.
Okay.
This is not that Grendel.
Not that Grendel.
Maybe. I don't think you asked him.
So he just grew back his arm?
You can ask him. You are being carried like an outstretched arm like a puppy.
And apparently he likes to talk a lot. So
as he walks you back to the lake, and he's like picking at his teeth, and he's just complaining the whole way. He's like, "Man, I really hoped I was gonna eat that other guy, and I now have to eat this guy. And you said there was like a third tastier guy, but you know, I mean, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, and that's fine, I guess." But like,
I mean, I wouldn't really suggest going after the. Well, you know what? No, totally go find that third tasty guy. I'm sure it'd be just great to eat.
I don't worry. I will. Like, you know, I'm a growing boy. I have to eat like three solid meals a day. That's what Mom says. But so like this is meal 1, and then I'll go looking for that other guy for meal 2. And that'll get me to dinner at least, and then I can have the third tastier guy for breakfast tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. And he's reached the lake's edge, and he's starting to walk into the
Finley
lake.
would like to attempt to roll kick some ass.
Yeah, for sure.
I honestly, I don't know if I want to say what I'm gonna do until I see what.
Yeah, let's see what the roll is first.
Oh, good. It's kick some ass is tough, right?
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Dope. So
Finley was gonna attempt to break his hands by pulling his fingers apart.
You reach up and you kind of grab the fingers, dig your nails in, and squeeze, and he gives a yip and drops you into the lake. And when you hit the leg, he, like, growls and kicks you, and you take another 3 harm, and you kind of skid through the water.
Alright.
So, you're sitting at 4 now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so mark him stable.
Except it doesn't count until the end of the fight.
That's right.
Nothing counts until the end of the fight.
That's true. So you get it's a really cool, oh my gosh, it's an anime scene of, we see a long shot of, at one side of the screen we see Grendel, who's kind of like sucking on his hand, and on the other side of the screen we see like beaten and bloodied Finley like pull themselves up out of the water dripping wet.
Yeah. By the way, since he was holding me, I just imagined, like, you know, if you pull someone's fingers apart quick enough and they're trying to keep them together, it just breaks.
Yeah, if you got a 10, I would have, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That was what I was trying to do if I was successful.
For sure, friend. Luke, you are fleeing through the woods.
Yeah. I'm just booking it as fast as I can go.
Yeah, I would like you to really ruminate on your actions, first of all.
Luke was getting chased, and Finley gave a distraction. Luke was like, alright, bye.
Honestly, Finley's perfectly fine with that. Their only goal is to protect other people, and keeping the monster busy is protecting other people.
Fun thing, actually, Luke, just to simplify so we're not having 3 separate scenes, you stumble into a clearing and you see Sheena just face down in the dirt, and you see a large, fuzzy black Mothman-esque creature standing on top of her, and then he just turns and stares at you with his big red eyes, and it kind of makes an inhuman shriek at you.
You know what? Luke's just like, you know what? I'm done. He takes out his baseball bat, his metal baseball bat, and he's just like, dear God, this is just too much going right now. Just come at me.
Okay, yeah, roll kick some ass and we'll, hurt this Mothman.
Let's see how this goes. I got a, that's a 6 plus 2. That's an 8.
Okay. So you kick their ass and they kick yours. So
good.
How much damage is on your baseball bat?
2. It is innocuous and messy.
Okay, so you thwack him with the bat and it gives a little scree, and then it beats its wings and you go flying. And you go like flying several feet and you smash into a tree and you fall over and you are dazed like the world is spinning. So forceful, you have been knocked far away, and stun, you are stunned.
That was a bad idea. Luke says blinking a few times.
You kind of ruminate for a moment. You're like, I thought about it, and actually, now that I've run the numbers, Sheena.
Yeah.
Mothboy is still on top of you.
Okay. I'm trying to decide what my next move I'm going to take is, because I leveled up. And based on what I take, that's going to affect what I'm going to do.
Yeah, for sure, friend.
So that's Claws of the Beast. All your natural attacks get +1 harm.
Nope.
So that would be 5 for my spider bite.
5 harm is insane.
Yeah. And then Dark Negotiator. You can use Manipulate someone on monsters as well as people if they can reason and talk.
That's fun. I think that's fun, especially since we've established a cryptid that we have liked in the past, and also a monster that has shown itself to be chatty.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna take that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna try to talk to Mothman.
Okay. Roll Manipulate someone and you get to add your weird.
Marking another experience. So that's 5.
Okay. So what do you say?
Oh geez, I don't know what it wants. It's just on top of me. I say hi. Hey buddy, how you doing?
It leans down and screeches at you, and then it dives off you and glides towards Luke.
Oh, great.
I would ask you to do an act under pressure, but you are stunned.
Yep.
So, okay. Okay. Here's what happens. Mothman grabs you with his talons and his feet and starts to fly away.
I'm getting kidnapped by Mothman!
Finley!
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, can I do a thing?
Oh, wait, Yeah, no, it's Finley's turn.
Oh no.
Finley,
Alright.
the showdown.
I just got kidnapped by freaking Mothman.
It's our first kidnap, guys.
Finley gets up from being kicked, all cool, and is like,
Mhm.
you wanna arm wrestle?
You know what? Roll.
Is that... what am I rolling?
Roll manipulate someone.
Oh man, what is that plus?
It's plus charm, but I think, you know what? Devil's bargain. I know this isn't a mechanic of the game, but I will let you add your tough to it.
Charm would be fine. I already got a
Okay.
10, so it's either plus
Okay.
2 or plus 3 because I'm acting on the knowledge.
Alright, yeah.
Wait, I don't think you should be able to manipulate someone on a monster, because why else would I have Dark Negotiator?
Yeah. How I'm gonna lay that is, this is a really absurd thing, and rule of cool, I want it to happen. Secondly, I don't want Sheena's move to be devalued, so, she can roll Dark Negotiator not just against monsters that are humanoid, but against any monsters.
I mean, I'd say because she is a monster herself, like...
Yeah, and also, I think Grendel is, like, you know, a special case. Like, he's sentient and also dumb.
Okay.
And you're playing to one of his favorite things. Grendel, like, stares at you for a moment and then goes, yes, and starts walking towards the beach, where he lays down and puts his arm down in the arm wrestling thing.
Alright, let's, kick some ass, I hear? Or act under pressure.
Well, definitely tough.
Yeah, let's do kick some ass.
Alright. Well, it's gotta be a plus 3 at least on this. Come on, new dice, don't fail me now. Alright, it's a 10.
So you take this massive green, scaly, amphibious clawed hand.
Except I don't, like, put my hand up to arm wrestle. I just grab his hand and start running away with it.
Do you try to pull it off?
Yeah. Finley's trying to go with what they remember from, like, 10th grade.
Is that a thing? Okay. On a 10 plus, choose one extra effect. You gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, +1 harm. You suffer less harm, -1 harm. You force them where you want them.
Terrible harm.
I don't... Okay, so you run, and he yells, ow! But his arm doesn't pop off, you've just kind of pulled his finger. And it's like...
Wait, can I have at least dislocated, like, the elbow or something?
Yeah, his finger is dislocated. He's like, ow! Damn it! And, like, rolls over and puts it back in his mouth.
Okay, but he's only, like, 13 feet tall. That's...
Yeah.
He's not, like, a giant. I could fit more than one
No,
finger.
but we have established that he's jacked, which is what I was saying.
Okay, but, like, I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't be a case of me, like, just grabbing one finger.
And you know
That would
what?
Actually...
For that, I will advance. He takes harm. Yeah, he takes harm. That's yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's like, damn it! And he's like sucking on it, like he has his whole hand in his mouth, and he's just kind of swearing at you.
I did inflict terrible harm. As little as that may be.
This is wild.
Oh man, sorry, I slipped and kind of fell backwards. Wanna try again? Maybe the other hand or something? I bet my left hand is stronger.
I'm gonna roll a dice to see if he agrees. No, okay. Yeah, he's like, and he freaking puts his good arm down with his other arm still in his mouth.
Okay, instead of trying to pull it away this time, Finley's just gonna try to, like, work with the muscles and just twist it.
Okay, roll kick some ass again.
Obviously, he's too strong, and I got another 10.
So you twist his arm? Are you trying to dislocate his arm? Or like...
At least twist the wrist, or whatever I can get at.
Okay, I will... He takes another harm.
Man, I just have no practice with arm wrestling.
He just Oh wait, no. I'm gonna put him give him 2 more harm because I looked at your tough, and it should be your tough is your Wait, no, because there's a move. No, yeah, he's still at 2. Yeah, okay. So you twist his arm and, like, sprain his wrist, and he's just, like, swearing more, and he gets up, and now he's, like, trying to put both of his hands in his mouth, but he can't, and there are tears welling up in his eyes. And he's like, I don't even know why I agreed to this in the first place.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm super bad at arm wrestling.
I'm gonna go get my mom.
Oh,
and he
no.
starts to run into the lake. Sheena, you are alone you are alone in a clearing in the woods. You're not quite sure where you are, but you know the Mothman is no longer here.
And neither is Luke.
Sheena, I need you.
Luke is no longer here also. You are alone in the woods. What would you like to do?
Oh,
by the way, you get a text message and it's from Finley, and it says, like, fighting Grendel need spider bits or whatever.
So I have to make a choice.
Yeah, you have to make a choice. Which friend are you gonna go?
I'm gonna go to Finley.
Okay. Cool.
Luke is new. Sheena wants to regroup with Finley. Get back together.
Yeah, Finley, what do you do? Where are you? Where are you? Do you leave the lake? Do you stay in the woods? Are you headed back to town? What are you doing?
I guess Finley just kind of starts running back in the direction of where they left Luke, because that was kind of still back towards their car, and they're like, oh, if Luke made it, maybe they're bringing help, or maybe Sheena's on their way from.
Okay, so you can meet me halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you two meet on the road.
Finley, Luke just got snatched up by Mothman.
Okay, there's a big, giant, like, 10th grade literature monster coming, and he's getting his mom, and as far as I can remember, that is bad.
Wait, which one? Which 10th grade monster?
There's something about a wolf? Beowulf, I think?
Grendel. Okay, he's getting his mom, so we need to leave.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna pass out soon. Riley, is the fight over?
Yeah, the fight is over. You are
okay, I straight up pass out.
You are unstable, but you haven't gone past unstable. So yeah, Sheena, you have an unconscious Finley. Real quick, smash cut to Luke Styles. You have been placed down into a nest.
Are there any babies?
No, it's just kind of like a kind of collaboration of sticks into a kind of at the top of a tree area, on deep in the forest. It's just kind of like been constructed like a bird nest, but there are no eggs or anything inside it. Luke, you've been placed down. You're at the top of like a redwood tree, so that you cannot jump down. Like it is a drop that you are pretty positive you could not make.
Mm-hmm.
And you have been placed into the middle of this nest, and sitting at the edge of the nest is, crouching on all fours, is this fuzzy black monster with moth wings and these large red eyes.
Now, are we going the Mothman that has arms, or the Mothman that just has wings and feet?
It has arms.
Okay.
Luke is, like, pouting, like, legs tucked in, arms crossed. He's pouting at it. like a 3-year-old would. He's pouting, and he's just kind of like, what? And that's really it. He's just pouting.
It looks at you and it's kind of cocks its head, and you see your reflection in its two perfectly round red eyes. And then it leaps up into the air and flies away.
Great! And he throws his hands up in the air. Just fantastic! I'm stuck in a nest of whatever the hell that is.
And he never got anyone's phone number.
I think he's legally Mothman's wife now.
Just fan-freaking-tastic. This is my life. What the hell?
So, we have this scene of Sheena in the truck, driving it back to town, Finley beaten, bloodied, and dripping wet, just kind of slumped over in the shotgun seat. We see the sun starting to go down, it's getting lower, it's in the evening now. and we see Luke alone in this kind of makeshift nest. And we see Mothman soaring over the trees, beating its wings as it's getting darker, looking for something. It's scanning, but it hasn't quite found it yet, whatever it is looking for. But you can tell there's an urgency to its movement, and it's darting back and forth. We see Raphael in the woods, and he hears the flapping of wings, and you can see him look up into the air, but he doesn't see Mothman, and he kind of frowns. And you can see he's been injured. And we also see the lake, and its pristine, almost glass-like surface start to ripple and bubble as two large figures start to move out of it.
Hey Mark Experience audience, thank you so much for listening to our show. I am happy to announce that we've started a Ko-fi account while we're working on making a Patreon. So if you would like to support our work, head over to ko-fi.com/Jamie Remy. That's spelled JAMIEREMY. And feel free to donate so that this can become my official job and I can create more content for you. If you want to see MXP art and laugh at the dumb jokes we make at our own show, you can find us on Tumblr at tumblr.com/blog/markexperience. Like the music? You can buy it all at markexperience.bandcamp.com. I am really proud of it. See you next time!